When a loved one passes, there may need to be an estate opened in surrogate's court. The person had assets in his or her name alone, or assets that come in after death. And to get those assets out to the appropriate people or entities, an estate needs to be opened in surrogate's court. Now, this is a time where a lot of information needs to be gathered and documents need to be gathered. So I thought I would share with you a simple estate questionnaire that I might use as far as gathering some of this kind of information. So we have a estate questionnaire, estate of, that's the person who passed, and date of death. We need the death certificate before we can move forward. Then we start gathering information such as, is there a will or are there multiple wills, or is there a will on file with surrogate's court? Because all of that information will affect the papers and the information that we put in the papers as far as a petition for probate goes. Now, if there is no will, then we have what's called an administrator. And this is the person who, per New York state law, has a priority right to act on behalf of the estate. So we gather information as far as what documents may be out there, as well as the people who could be starting a petition in surrogate's court. So it'd be a petition for probate or a petition for administration. Now, miscellaneous information is used as a way to start gathering problems that we may be facing or to get a handle on issues that we need to proactively manage. And we would refer back to this and add to it, but we're trying to get some information from the get-go as far as red flags and what we may need to do. Now, distributees, these are the people that must be involved in the initial opening of an estate. Per New York state law, they would have a right to inherit if there were no will. So even when there is a will, they need to be a part of the proceeding because they have a right to object against the will. And it's crucial that we get all of these people correct, and they are a part of the proceeding. Now, if there is a will, there's beneficiaries named in the will, and we would put them as part of a probate petition. And then I have professional advisors to the decedent, person who passed, because these are the people that can really help and provide just some very helpful information, documents as far as moving forward and doing all that needs to be done with the estate. Now we have information on assets. Of course, we're gathering information in the process. Some of this may be known. Some of it we are getting a handle on as we move forward. But we're looking at all of the assets of the estate, how assets are titled, approximate values, if there are any debts associated with any of the assets, and so on. And, more information is always better than less. Fill this in as need be. I always refer back to the estate questionnaire as I move forward so that I'm keeping track of things. And of course, it's so helpful to know of any known debts from the get-go. And sometimes there are assets that will have particular expenses involved with them, and getting a handle on how those may be paid or what we need to do is so very important from the get-go. So I'm going to stop share here. And I hope this was a little bit of information to help you understand the information and documents that you would want as far as starting an estate in surrogate's court with the help of your attorney. If you do need any help with surrogate court matters in the Buffalo area, please do reach out. This is Ruth George with Ruth P. George Law, PLLC, Trust and Estate Attorney. This video, as with any video I do put out, is for educational purposes only. It does not establish an attorney-client relationship, and I hope to see you on another video.